Hey everyone, this is Manly Badass Zero, and welcome back to the Game of Thrones. Previously on Game of Thrones, we caught a thief, and then we proceeded to remove his little fingers.
Careful. Keep at it and you won't have much left. Something to pick your teeth with.
No, Ethan. Look at this. All good swords have a name. I call mine Two Brothers. I carved this to give me strength.
There'll be one brother
this-
soon enough.
So I remember. I mean, I could never forget. But, you know, don't you?
I'm honored.
Yeah.
Brother
Someday,
relationships are never
I'll have
thing
a
that
real
never
one,
end up quite
But not
well.
like that one. Only a lord could have that sword.
You'll have a good sword. I'm sure of it.
Maybe sibling relationships as a
I
whole.
watched you today. I saw what you did to that man. Was he our enemy? A bad man? Everyone keeps talking about them. Enemies.
Rules mean nothing if we don't enforce them. It doesn't matter if he's good or bad. You can't steal. That's a rule.
Well, I say he was bad. Bad men killed Father and Roderick. They need someone to hurt them back. Even worse. I want a real sword. No one's afraid of wood. I'll find the men who took Roderick someday, and I'll make sure I have a real sword when I do.
You're learning fast. I'm proud.
Swords up! You can lift them, yeah?
Path to revenge is an honorable one. Full of blood and suffering. But you'll feel better inside. That's all that matters. And when all is said and done, you can finally get that nice sweet embrace of death you pined for all those years, as you obsessed over your revenge. Letting nothing else fill your mind day after day.
Come on, you dogs! You'll not be fighting here forever!
Maester,
Yes, Lord Ethan. Are you prepared to name your sentinel?
what is it you're doing over here?
Admiring the ironwood, my lord. I studied it at the Citadel. The wood may be black, but I see gold. An entire forest of gold.
What do you mean?
It is our greatest asset, my lord. Why not give some of our ironwood to House Bolton and have them leave us be? We could ransom ourselves. You can hardly put a price on your own life, or the lives of those you love.
How much do we have to give, Maester?
From here to Wolfswood Creek and then across the next 2 ridges, it should be enough to satisfy Ramsay Snow, I imagine. Bloodlust can often be sated by gifts and gold.
Our provisions are rather low, my lord. I made the count again, just to be sure. But it doesn't look good.
How bad is it? How long could we hold the house?
We couldn't withstand a siege, my lord. If the Boltons or the White Hills cut us off and wait us out, we'd only last a fortnight. But there are steps we can take. In the past, we've demanded food from the small folk to replenish our stores. We can do it again, if you'd like. We've done it before in desperate times. The last long winter, my family had to give all our pigs to the house.
If that's what's necessary to keep the house safe, then we must.
Aye, a hard choice, but it's what has to be done.
We
I'll
must
see
secure the
to
bacon.
arrangements, my lord.
Duncan,
Yes, my lord.
I have much to consider and face a difficult decision.
Perhaps I can help. Your father often sought my counsel.
As Lord, I must name a sentinel.
Of course. And if I may ask, who do you favor for the role? Perhaps I can share my insight. And talking can sometimes help you make a decision.
What do you think of Sir Royland? Do you trust him?
He's a fine warrior, my lord. But he's nowhere near ready to serve as sentinel. I do not trust him. He's likely to lose his temper and get us all killed. And at the worst possible time.
Thank you, Duncan. I appreciate your advice.
I'm at your service, my lord.
I'm leaning towards you right now. In times like these, you usually need a brutal leader, like Sir Royland, but
Do it like you mean it.
for us to be brutal, we have to back up our words, and we really can't right now. That's kind of awkward.
Ethan. Or should I say Lord Ethan?
Hello, Uncle Malcolm.
I saw what you did today. It's not an easy thing to do, dealing out a harsh punishment, no matter how warranted. But if you'll excuse me, my lord, I should finish packing before nightfall. I hope to be off tomorrow. At first light.
But where are you going?
Your mother asked me to cross the narrow sea to find your brother, Asher.
Asher?
She has asked me to return with him, to help the house.
She said nothing of this to me.
Because she fears you will not agree. I told her my place is here, that I'll be of no help to you in Essos. But she insisted. I will hold, of course, until you've spoken with her about this. Just try to be kind to her. She's been living a nightmare made real. But you know that just as well.
I must be firm. I'm not a boy anymore, and there is too much at stake.
The Lord's work can harden a man. It's true.
But my mother's fears are not the only ones I face. My people are scared as well. I'm told I must choose a sentinel.
If I may be so bold, Sir Royland is the man for the job. He'd be a fine choice. And I'd trust him. Aye, Sir Royland is the man you want.
Why Sir Royland?
We are at war. You need a warrior by your side. Royland has the respect of his men and will bring strength and discipline to this house. Duncan would offer sage advice, but now is not the time to negotiate. Not with the likes of Ramsay Snow.
Thank you, Uncle.
Ethan, I need to talk to you.
Hold up, I'm discussing politics. It's very important in the Game of Thrones. I must know how the game is played.
Mother told me Mira has asked for Lady Marjorie's help.
Did she?
I knew we could rely on Mira. She always thinks of family above all else. Hopefully Lady Marjorie's influence will be enough. But right now I'm more concerned about you. I saw what you did to that man. The way you punished him. How could you be so cruel? I'm worried about you. What am I supposed to think?
I did what I had to, and I stand by it.
You talk like it was the only thing to be done. I know you told me you'd have to change, but I suppose I hadn't believed you would.
I can't afford any more mistakes. Everyone knows what happened with Lord Whitehill. Garrett being sent to the war without my knowledge.
I know. And that wasn't your fault.
I'm the Lord. It's my responsibility. The people want me to lead. They need me to, but...
What? Ethan, please. Tell me.
Who should I name as my sentinel?
It should definitely be Duncan Tuttle. He's dependable and smart, and everyone trusts his judgment. Sir Royland is unpredictable and likely to make matters worse.
You've always given me good advice. Thank you.
In most instances, I would choose Sir Royland. Because, you know, like they say, you need someone who is good at war and wartime. But, I don't know, if this is the entire army right here, we are screwed. And I don't think any... I mean, either way we're screwed. You're dealing with Snow. And he can't be really negotiated with. And we don't have the metal to back us up, so... it's looking pretty grim.
Sword up! Swing left! Parry! Wrong! I didn't know
Sir
dogs
Royland,
could hold
A
swords.
word?
Of course, my lord.
I have many decisions to make, and I wanted your advice. What's the state of our defences? Are these men ready for what's coming?
This lot, ready? No, but they will be. We post anyone who can hold a spear along the parapet. up where they won't get much scrutiny, and put our meanest, nastiest looking brutes front and centre. That'll show Ramsay we're a force in our own right. You've got to project power, especially when you're weakened.
Thank you, Sir Royland. I'll let you get back to training these men.
Thank you, my lord. And, you should know that swinging that blade yourself took stones. It was a man's way of justice.
I was surprised you made such a clean cut, to be honest.
Yes, my lord?
I need to name a sentinel.
Ah, you do. And it's good you came to me. I know this house, and everyone here knows me. They know I can hold the reins, or wield the sword in equal measure. I'm the man you need. And might I remind you, it was Duncan Tuttle who sent Garrett to the wall. He undermined your authority, and made you look weak to the White Hills. I would never do that to you. And if you pardon me saying so, I think your father would be proud. Seeing you make good choices as a young lord.
Duncan Tuttle is a good man.
Aye, a fine man. Wise even. But he has no business being sentinel. He likes to talk. But now's the time for action. So, when will you declare your decision, my lord?
Tonight, at the small council meeting.
Very good. I trust your judgment, my lord.
I equally like both of them, and you know they're kind of a par of each other. But I just don't think we have the metal to back up our words. He even said we could only hold out one day in a siege. That is not a siege. That is a slaughter. Well, we said one fortnight, actually, but still, we're not going to hold out, essentially.
Are you holding a sword or a turkey leg?
It'd be kind of different if this looked like a very defensible. I mean, it looks defensible, but I don't know. Not enough for me.
My lord, are you now ready to name your sentinel?
Yes, Maester. I'm ready.
Very well. I will convene the small council at once.
You may sit.
I believe Lord Ethan has reached his decision.
Before I name my sentinel, I must tell you. Duncan, Royland, this house needs you both.
But you can only choose one, my lord.
Let
me
him be on
finish.
with it.
Many thought either of you would make a fine sentinel, but I have made my decision.
The main reason I'm leading with you is because you know about the North Grove, and you're the only one who knows, supposedly. As far as I know. You might know also, but it seems like you do. And the king trusted you above everyone else. So I'm gonna go with Duncan.
Duncan Tuttle, you will be my sentinel.
Tuttle! This is reckless.
Lord Ethan has made his choice. I will not disappoint you, my lord.
Now, sentinel, what do you have to report of Ramsay Snow?
Our scouts say he's only a day's ride from here, with no time to waste.
Who knows what he's capable of? We need to prepare for the worst.
We can devise a plan to deal with him.
The Boltons need our people to harvest the ironwood. Even the bastard Ramsay must understand that.
He's not coming here to negotiate. We must answer with the sword.
That's bloody suicide. You'd gamble with the lives of everyone within these walls. Ignore Sir Royland. You named me Sentinel. I knew this would happen. He cannot be trusted.
This is the bloody small council. Lord Ethan deserves to hear from all of us.
I will hear from my sentinel. Please.
Sir Royland is clearly able and ready to take up arms, but the rest of our soldiers are not. We need to take a cunning approach. Diplomacy can be a sharper instrument than a sword.
The Bolton sigil is a flayed man. Force is the only thing they understand.
Gentlemen, please.
It's true. But like I said before...
Thank the gods Mira has asked Lady Marjorie for her help. It's not too late for the Crown to intervene on our behalf. But we must have a plan if Mira's efforts are not successful. I trust Mira's judgment. I don't doubt she did everything within her power to help us.
We all must agree on the plan. We cannot leave until we have a consensus.
Ugh.
Why not make an offering for peace, my lord?
Yeah, the wisdom of the Citadel.
We can give the Boltons ironwood in exchange for their protection.
You must be mad. It's pure folly to just give away the only currency we have to bargain with.
Enough!
The bargaining does sound smart. But Duncan does make a point. Fighting just sounds really dumb right now. See, the bargaining should be under diplomacy. I don't know why they separate them. Because I feel like both can... They're pretty much the same thing in the situation, but... I think you gotta bargain, but I'm gonna choose diplomacy just because I'm wondering if you can get a better deal for the house in the end, and it's very similar.
My new sentinel favors a certain approach, and I agree. I shall use diplomacy with Lord Snow. I would be foolish to pick a fight without negotiating first. I'll offer our allegiance, and try to reach a reasonable agreement.
If you aren't ready for a fight, you're bound to lose when one breaks out.
We're gonna lose anyway.
Ethan has made his opinion known, and you will respect his decision.
Forgive us, my lord. We are, of course, here to serve you, as we served your father.
Aye.
Well then, let's decide how we shall set the stage for Ramsay's arrival. Invite him into this hall, and meet him face to face, lord to lord.
Ramsay Snow is no lord. That's absurd. You meet him at the gate with as much force as we can muster. Make him wait. Let him gaze upon Ironrath. And when he enters, he'll know it's only because you allowed it.
Lord Ethan?
Choosing this now would go against the previous choices. Just letting him in sounds kind of dumb, too. I wish there was a compromise and not just shoehorn into two choices, but... Let's... Let's make him wait, I'm thinking. I don't think we can be too kiss-ass on him, it doesn't work too well.
I will meet him at the gate.
Very good, my lord. I shall prepare the men.
Men? We hardly have any. It's a foolish plan.
How many years have I served this house? I cannot listen to that bloody idiot anymore. Forgive me, my lord, but you are not ready to be lord of this house. You're likely to get us all killed.
Sit down at once.
Apologies, my son. But now that it is settled, we know what we must do. You will meet Ramsay Snow at the gate, and we will not offer our ironwood.
And don't worry, Lord Ethan. I will stand beside you, where your sentinel belongs.
Then perhaps we should adjourn. We have to prepare the house.
My lord, You have named your sentinel, but you still seem conflicted. And no matter what, you can't be indecisive. Not if you want to help this house. Forgive me.
There will always be those who question your leadership, which is why you need allies you can rely on. Family. Mira has done everything she can in King's Landing, but there are others who can help us. What about your brother, Asher?
Malcolm told me. You want to bring him back?
He's a skilled fighter. But what's more, he has the will to fight. A hunger for it. He always protected you and your sister. And we need all the help we can get.
Yes, I hear what you're saying.
Do you remember the miller's boy? How he tormented you? I wanted to intervene, but your father said Ethan must fight his own battles. But when Asher saw it, he didn't take a breath. He grabbed the miller's boy by the neck. That was his first instinct. Asher knocked out half the poor boy's teeth. Of course, your father was furious, but you were in danger and there was nothing else Asher needed to know. Asher does not hesitate. He acts, and we need that. You have many
I wasn't really
fine
hesitating,
qualities. But you do not have that anger inside you. It's something we could use.
I'm not like that, but I don't need to be, do I?
No, but you need someone who is standing beside you. I'm trying to do what's best for this family. What this family needs. Ethan, let me send Malcolm to Essos.
Yeah, it's for the best. This is gonna be a bloodbath here.
Fine. Malcolm will go to Essos and bring Asher back.
Thank you, Ethan. I'm glad you will let me do this. Know that you never stand alone. You are a Forester. Mira stands with us, and she may be able to help us yet.
That's not key. Which is why I'm gonna steal it. That is how the game is played. Let's speak stupidly reckless.
Marjorie? Oh. Lady Marjorie is still with the king. I thought you might want to know. Thank you. I thought we were friends, Mira. When you dismissed me the other day, I won't say it didn't hurt my feelings. We've known each other for years. And yet to be treated like that.
We are friends, Sarah. Truly.
Friends trust one another. They don't hold secrets.
They hold secrets
Now
when it might
Lady
get your
Marjorie
family
thinks
killed.
You don't trust me. And she values your opinion very much.
Sarah,
My lady, I'll leave you to talk.
Are you all right, my lady?
The king was not inclined to offer help for your family. I'll need this mended.
Gods.
He said I was too easily swayed. And he reminded me that I am not yet his wife. I allayed his fear. For now. But it will be a long time before I can ask him for anything again. Nothing I said could cheer him. He wouldn't even speak to me when I left him.
I'm so sorry, my lady. I should never have asked you for the king's help. Understand, it was my mother's plan, not mine. I just hope you can find some way to forgive me.
I am a pretty sly person.
This is simply not how things are done, Mira. Not in King's Landing.
I'm sorry, my lady.
Soon I will be queen, and maybe then I'll be in a better position to help
Don't
you.
look at the table and notice the missing items.
Now, we must both be cautious.
I must send a raven. I have to warn my family. If you'll excuse me, my lady.
There's gonna be some thing where I have to, like, either be truthful or shift the
Milady.
blame to her, my friend, won't it?
Begging your pardon, milady. I hope I didn't frighten you.
How long have you been waiting there?
Not long. I was just passing by when I saw you emerge from Lady Marjorie's room. I hope you saw. I was right before. About Lady Marjorie and Queen Cersei. I just want you to know, I can help you if you'd like. And your family, if you're willing to trust me. I hear all sorts of things. Things that could be useful for you.
How can I trust you? There are spies everywhere in King's Landing.
Which is why you must trust me, milady. You need allies. Hopefully I've proven I can be useful to you.
I'm sorry. I really must go.
Please don't despair. I know people who...
I'm 100% sure you are a little bird.
People who'd be willing to help you.
Don't you look at me that way. Keep on walking, faceless grunt.
Where's Sir Royland? The man values pride more than honor. And without King's Landing. I know you'd hoped Mira could help us, but I'm confident we've enough strength of our own. Your men stand ready to act if needed.
Our plan is a good one. It will work so long as everyone does their part.
Bolton men approaching, my lord!
Something wrong with your gate?
Yeah, it's got a real prick in front of it.
Well, aren't you the little lord? No wonder you can't open the gate. Shall we help you? Now let me in. This is a lovely pile of timber, isn't it?
You're welcome inside, but your men are not.
Did you hear that, men? The lord of the house says, "Fuck off." I think he's afraid of you. Wait here. For now.
A token for the new Warden of the North.
Let me guess. Forrester Ironwood.
Carved by our most skilled craftsman.
Ironwood. Doesn't look like much. Don't know what's so special about it.
No one can match our skill.
Is that so?
Oh yeah. See?
Not bad. Lord Whitehill, can your lot do this?
Given enough time, we could learn.
Given enough time, you could do a great many things. But not this, apparently. Quite the army you have, Lord Forrester. Very impressive.
Did you just insult our bacon? Oh yeah, the wood. That's pretty important too, I guess.
Look at that. More Forresters.
Lord Ramsay?
Come out where I can see you.
We really must focus on the business at hand.
Lord Ramsay, I understand you've come here for assurance of our fealty.
Fuck fealty. We came here for justice.
We'll get to your justice. First, let's see you bend the knee to my father, Lord Bolton, Warden of the North. Words are wind. Anyone can say they're loyal.
It pains
I
me.
want you to show me.
My lord.
Ha! That wasn't so hard now, was it?
We should really stab him right now, or just take him hostage.
Here's the thing. I don't care about your loyalty. The Crown, however, wants what you've got. Whatever you've been supplying the Starks for centuries. Ships, shields, chamber pots. I expect you'll do the same for us. My father has promised as much to the king. You wouldn't want to make him a liar, would you? That wouldn't reflect well on me.
We will double our efforts for your father, my lord.
That's a good little lord.
You can't trust her, Forrester. They murdered our men.
It was a Forrester squire who did it. One Whitehill soldier dead. One Bolton. Yet your man lived.
He was within his right. They killed his family.
His right? He killed a loyal soldier in my father's army. You had me stand out in the wind and muck so you could show off your pathetic little army. That sort of insolence from one of our loyal bannermen will not do. So I've come up with a solution that will benefit everyone. The Whitehills will be taking control of your Ironwood from this day forward.
What?
What? The Ironwood? But...
That is our livelihood.
Then you'd better well find another fucking job.
You can't do that.
Why not? You know something the Whitehills don't? We are talking about trees. You grow them, you cut them down.
We have loyal craftsmen who make the finest weapons. The Whitehills have no such craftsmen. Do you want Ironwood for the next 5 years, or the next 50 generations?
The little lord does have a point. We'll try this. Lord Whitehill will take half of your Ironwood, and we'll see who fares better.
But my lord...
Half of something is better than the nothing you had before. To ensure there's no trouble, Lord Whitehill will install a garrison of 20 men within your walls.
At Ironrath? That we cannot abide. Ethan.
They'll help maintain the king's peace. And make sure there's no more trouble.
This will cause more trouble, not less.
Not for me.
So who let all you guys in through that gate that was closed earlier?
You have a man you trust?
My son, Griff.
Griff will lead the garrison.
You have no right. Whitehills have no place here.
Lads, do make this visit worthwhile.
Please, Duncan, don't.
Look at this, little Forrester. You're not frightened, are you?
Lord Ramsay, please.
And you? Are you Lord Ethan's older sister?
I'm his twin, my lord.
Oh, twins. Well, like the Queen and her brother. Well, hopefully not just like the Queen and her brother.
You get it?
I never had a sister. Always wanted one.
We have more to discuss, Lord Snow.
I have an idea. You'll come with me. You can be my highborn ward.
Lord Ramsay, that's enough.
Do you like hunting?
Let her go.
She's quite pretty, your sister. We'd get along well.
My lord, if you want a hostage, take me.
Not gonna work.
I suppose you can stay.
Knowing your history. And
Aren't
sausages.
you the brave lord?
What have you done?
But I don't want the brave lord. Far too much trouble.
Ethan! Ethan! No! No!
Even though you did bend the knee.
My son.
I think we've come to an understanding.
What, Ethan?
I certainly feel better about all this.
What have you done?
However, the Foresters need to keep their end of the bargain. Take the boy as your ward.
No!
Kill him if they give you any trouble.
Ryan!
Lovely meeting all of you. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Somebody help him!
Fetch the mace so quickly!
You brought this on yourself.
Mama!
Stop!
Don't let them take me!
Let it go!
Stop them!
Please!
Ryan,
Stop it!
Let me
Bring
go!
up Ryan! Do something!
Ethan? My son.
Plot armor has failed me. In this series, there is no plot armor. It's only a series of death flags.
Ethan sacrificed himself for us all. He saved Talia's life. He'll be remembered as Ethan the Brave.
This house needs a leader.
Lord Ethan named me Sentinel. I will lead this house.
My sister asked you to swear loyalty to her son, and you did it without flinching.
We can't let them hurt Ryan too. We have to stop them.
We do not stand alone. There are those who will fight for us. Those who hold House Forrester above all other loyalties. Those who will not stop until Ethan is avenged. Until Ryan is home again, our house will not fall. We will be ready.
Nothing comes without a cost, my lady. Are you prepared for what might happen?
Let's see. I'm in the minority on this one. Majority of people kissed ass. Not many people took the fingers, but it was a three-way choice. Majority. Most people let him in. Okay. Well, that's it for Game of Thrones, the first episode. Well, the game certainly captures the spirit of the series, at least the TV series anyway. Like all Telltale games, especially most recent ones, the choices don't matter too much, and there's some weird things I hope they explain, like, you know, the gate not stopping the soldiers at all. And I've talked to other people and talked about their choices, and I know that pretty much all the choices have no effect whatsoever, and even some of the dialogue is the same despite different characters. But as far as writing and tension, and like I said, capturing the spirit of the show, it does a good job. And, you know, I look forward to seeing how it ends, even if, you know, you're not going to be able to kill off any main characters or anything. As far as main choices I made, like, you know, I decided to stay with Bowen and save him. Like I said in that one, your first instinct is to warn the king, but it's kind of dumb to yell out, you know, a warning to the king when he's not actually a king, he's the head of the house, but it's kind of dumb to yell out a warning when you are nowhere near him and there's like a bunch of guys with weapons around you and they can silence you pretty quickly. So generally there you would probably stay cool. There was one quirky decision I really didn't feel too comfortable about, where I didn't unsheath my sword in front of the soldiers who were abandoning And that's mostly because I wasn't quite sure how they were going to handle that. I think it's silly to take your weapon out in front of a bunch of people when you're outnumbered, but I didn't quite expect them to just kind of walk right through the middle of them. And if I knew that, I probably would have chosen the other option, but either way it works out in the end. And you know, Cersei, I just kissed ass. I already gave my logic for the thief and about how you have to make a showing and how the wall is a death trap. My logic for Duncan versus Royland was, like I said, pretty much you had no military to back up your words, so you have to go diplomacy no matter what. And meeting Ramsay at the gate was supposed to stop the situation where the soldiers just waltzed in, but, you know, it didn't really matter in the end. They just waltzed in anyway. But yeah, that sums up all my decisions. Anyway, so, thank you all for watching me play the Game of Thrones Episode 1. I'll see you guys later. Take it easy.